What's good, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound himself, in the house. You know, when I'm in the house, it's definitely going down. I'm talking about the fight that took place this past weekend between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier at UFC 182. Man, did it definitely go down. For everybody that saw the fight, you know what happened. For the people that didn't see the fight, I don't know where you were, what rock you were under, but, you know, let's just go ahead and talk about the fight. I'm just going to go into it real quick, tell you what I thought. My prediction, I didn't do a prediction video, but I actually did have Jon Jones winning the fight. I thought he was going to win the fight by a knockout stoppage somewhere in the second or third round. That did not happen. However, he did beat him exactly how I thought he would beat Daniel Cormier. Range and ironically wrestling ability, good striking. Daniel Cormier came with a decent game plan. I thought he was going to try to shoot to the ground a lot more, but with Jon Jones, man, it's just so hard. I described Jon Jones to one of my friends as being, cause I told him, I said, Jon Jones to me appears to be the GOAT of the UFC. Besides, there's only a few names as far as UFC. I'm not saying the GOAT of MMA, but as far as UFC, I think he might be greatest all time, Jon Jones. Because I really don't think Anderson would beat him. And I don't think like a same size St. Pierre would beat him. I don't think any of the heavyweights have enough skill or style to beat Jon Jones. So if Jon Jones had the size, I would still pick him over any of the heavyweights in the division. I think Jon Jones is the greatest all time. That's just my personal opinion. He's like, my good description is he's like a big giraffe. He's like a giraffe that hits hard. And when you get hit on the outside and you try to come in, he can avoid you taking him down, and he can hit you with knees and elbows that are like knives. I mean, the guy is dangerous, and he's good on the ground. So Jon Jones, I mean, man, it's really hard for anybody to beat Jon Jones. And to be honest with you, I thought this was a lackluster performance. Even though it was a good performance and he beat a really good fighter in Cormier, I still feel like Jon Jones he had a lot more left in the tank. He looked really slow. He didn't look too conditioned, to be honest with you, as far as being sharp. He was good as far as his takedown defense and actually getting takedowns on Cormier, which is something he said he was going to do to Cormier, was take him down, embarrass him at his own game. And that matter of fact, that's actually what started this whole beef. Years back, Jon Jones said, "Oh, I bet I could take you down," and Cormier took offense to that. Hey, I'm a championship wrestler. You can't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? And therein lied the beef. Well, now the beef is over. If you guys watched the post-fight, press conference, you would have saw that Cormier was very, 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 distraught, damn near in tears. He was in tears. Very upset about the fight, losing the fight. He really wanted to beat Jon Jones. They had the altercation at the press conference. There was a lot of bad blood, a lot of heated words. Jon Jones, though, very confident, knew he was going to win, told Daniel Cormier what it was going to be. And it was. And, and from my perspective, I pretty much thought the same thing. Jon Jones, too rangy, too good. And another thing is, he was coming off the great fight with Gustafsson. I believe that fight with Gustafsson for Jones grew Jones. And we haven't seen Cormier in that type of, battle like that, which is another reason why I had Jones to beat Cormier. And ironically, Cormier said the same thing in the post-fight press conference. Jon Jones is a lot stronger, a lot grittier than any man I've been in there with. I mean, Cormier said he's fought many men, and he's never seen the type of will and determination Jon Jones had in the ring. He said, "Hey, I fought Jon Jones. I put it on him. I pressured him. Couldn't break him." So he was saying that, he gave Jon Jones credit. Real deal. You know what I mean? Jon Jones said after the fight, hey, if you don't like him at this point, you're just hating. You know what I mean? So I don't know. As far as Jon Jones concerned, to me, in my book, he's definitely the greatest of that division. As far as the UFC is going, I would say the greatest all time UFC, because I really haven't seen no one else in the UFC to impress me as much as Jon Jones besides Anderson Silva. But if you were to put Jon Jones's resume of opponents against Anderson might lose a couple of those fights. So, you just have to look at it like that. But right now, John Jones running through the division. He's, you know, on top of the UFC, on top of the world. If I was John Jones, I would have a couple more fights, really, really etch out the division, and I would have like 1 or 2 heavyweight fights, and I'd retire, and that would be my career. John Jones, I think, is going to have a spectacular career. He keeps going the way he's going. I don't see anybody beating him in this division at all. You know, they're going to make it look good. They're going to make it look like a good pay-per-view, but I just don't see anybody beating him. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anybody can be beat any given day, but you know, in the near future, I don't see anybody beating John Jones. Bones is the man. This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound. I'm up out of here, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.